playing point guard over here. It seems like everything's a well-oiled machine, and the 76ers, they crack the code, but that's when the game is over. They need to do that here early, get some stops out of the break, start to get in their head, and get some scores.
76ers will start with it first. Down to Stees, and he'll turn it over. Ball still loose. JoJo gets it off to Baird. They got to hurry here. And they'll toss it up to J Money, and he'll find a cutting JoJo.
If you ask Siri, what's the worst way to start a game, she's going to show you that replay right there. So many opportunities to where you almost force an 8-second violation. You allow it heave to get by 3 players, and then they end up getting a dunk out of it.
First 31 seconds gone by. Final game of the year. Win or go home. Radiant taking away Montana. Bear on the charge. Steps back for a 3. Too strong. Feast, give him a second chance, and there's a foul. And it was probably a smart one. J Money had a dunk underneath the hoop.
And the turnover bug is already hit early. We're not even a minute into the game. 76ers GC has 2 turnovers from the exact same stuff that we ended up seeing in game number 3.
You just got to slow down. Even when you get the turnover, you might want to slow down. They got a chance to take one of their own, and Houdini picks it up. Radiant grabbing turnip for a little bit. And they'll get it off the Stees, and they turn it over. Wow. 2 turnovers to start the game for Radiant after having a huge game 4. And I really felt in game 4 the difference was when Turnip got those 4 fouls. That allowed the 76ers to get something going. We'll see if that becomes a factor again for either Houdini or Turnip. They got to watch their fouls, and they get that one on Houdini. We rolled up on this building about 13 hours ago. Game started at 3 p.m. Eastern time. That was 9 hours ago. And it's a 3 in the key. That'll be the second turnover of the game for Minnesota.
See, we always say when Radiant's on the home side, he's just trying to get assists. He's trying to build up as much takeover as possible to get the additional boost over towards his character. By him doing that, it's like the T-Wolves have the read that that's what Radiant's going to end up doing. So they're just sitting there. They're sitting in the passing lane. He's making obvious reads. He's been trying to force it down low to Stees for a majority of the series. And then, again, that same situation, Turnip could have easily just tipped that away.
Radiant on a cold ring, can't get it to go, but Breadwinner gives him a second look at it. They've yet to score. 2 minutes, 15 seconds has gone by. Radiant wide open 3, no. Another look at it. ZDS, yes sir. And they got the lead. I think a little bit of nerves here at the beginning.
Hey, when Batman's struggling, Robin's always there to try to pick him up, and that's how ZDS has been when Radiant can't get something going. That's what they've been going to. This play right here, where they put J Money, they wrap, he goes in for a cut. They have shut that down every single time. It's a go-to, but they know that that's something they can continue to attack. They see the little holes in Houdini and ZDS's communication on the defensive end.
Well, timeout T-Wolves, their first of the game. It's just 3-2 here in the bottom of the first. Our final game of the day. It has been a good one. I gotta take an opportunity to let the chat speak. Who do you got in this one? Give me 1 for the T-Wolves, 2 for the 76ers. Who is winning the championship here in our 5th and final game?
I mean, what a last rodeo for season 2. We introduced, we had best of 3 last year. We didn't get to see that because the Knicks looked very, very good against the Heat. This year, best of 5. We're going right down to the wire. And that's how we wanted it. We said if we're going to have a delay, we need to make up for that. We need to add more hours on. We're going to be in here for the long haul. We're getting past midnight. Poor Harris won't be done until 3 o'clock in the morning.
Part of our big social media team. A lot of 1s, a lot of 2s in the chat. I think 1s might have the advantage so far. Here's JoJo. T-Wolves have got a lot of fans now. They've earned in just their first season. Long rebound, and it goes to JoJo. And we're going to have a foul on Steves. That'll be his first, team third.
2 offensive rebounds, quick for the T-Wolves here in this game.
Slow start for both teams. The guy with the horn has been working hard all day. Here's Bear. At least the cowbell person. Yeah, they're still around.
3 offensive rebounds.
Both teams having trouble boxing out here early. You got to box out. You can't mama bird those rebounds. And JoJo patiently waits for the 3. It won't fall.
See, that was a good shot there by JoJo. He waited, and to the retail version of the game, that's 100% a contest. You're looking at lightly, not probably heavy, but right there, I mean, that's your ideal situation that you want to end up being in. You just sit there, wait till they land, their back is turned to you, you pull the shot.
That guy right there. If the T-Wolves win, I'm going to say congratulations, and I'm going to take that horn and break it over my knee. Beast with a rebound. Bear starting the break. Gets it to Feast.
This has been a story from when Radiant is cold. You remember right before in that game number 3, before we went back and we had the delay, Radiant was cold and shot 2 heavily contested shots, and he's forcing them up.
There's the 6-man Nacho. Coach Nachovich looking on. Oof. That's Kobe.
He's right-handed. That's hitting the backboard.
4 to 3. Tough sledding early. Chain of defense. And it's another turnover. Turnover number 4 of the quarter. And the turnover bug has reared its ugly head once again, Dirk. Bear all the way to the rim. Brett says we're not having that. You got to go to the line and earn it.
I can't remember from the box score in that previous game how many turnovers the Sixers anyway. I think it was like around
18.
No, I mean talking about just the game that they won.
The game
like
they won.
Or something.
Yeah. Low
scoring. You're looking at 4 turnovers, and you want to sit there when you go into the second quarter. It's like, let's keep it at 4, at least for a whole quarter at least.
Well, the good news is Bear the Beast has 2, and it just happened right there. So Nutini, your player to watch, has done well so far.
But here's the thing, Bear has been getting off a lot of great looks from behind the arc. Those 3 shots he's taken have all been open.
ZDS picks up its dribble, gets it over to Steves. Every pass is being contested right now. Steves decides he's going to go to the rim, and he gets it stripped. And then it goes off his knee. T-Wolves basketball.
I mean, this is one of the struggles is when Radiant is cold. ZDS is not necessarily a player who can be a secondary ball handler in these situations. You see Quick, he gets bumped once, picks the ball right back up. You have to try to go for a reset. A very big catch and shoot guy. We've seen him knock it down with the best of them. One of the best shooters that we have in the entire league.
Here's Bear now, and it's taken away by Steves. Showtime! Big turnover and a bigger dunk.
This is an amazing defensive battle. Look at the score.
You think these guys can turn it up? It's a big game. I think nerves have settled in as well. Every point contested. And turn up from the corner. That's well short, and no one's there to box him out. Another offensive rebound, and they finally get it to go.
That's got to be like 6 offensive. No, that's got to be 5 offensive rebounds.
Yeah, 5 of their 6 rebounds coming on the offensive end. That was disgusting. And then Turnup pokes it away. Final seconds of the first. J Money puts up a 3. No, sir. Rims out. Well, it's a defensive first quarter. They combine for 13 points, 9 turnovers, and I think the nerves settled in that first. Hopefully, they got that all out of the way, and we're good to go the rest of this game.
And we'll just have to see. I mean, defensively, they've been playing so well. Remember, Bears over 3. Next open look that he gets from behind the arc, it's a bucket time.
They're up 5. Bear with 4, J Money with 2, and JoJo with 4. Ten to 5.
You're now in operation. Get Radiant off the cold ring.
They go to Bread. Back to Radiant. Working against Turnip. You'd like to do it with assist. Bears. Bread steps back, excuse me. As I mentioned, it's been a long day, and we got a timeout. 76ers. Let's take an opportunity to listen in to the 76ers.
You think what? Is the ball under the basket or baseline? Listen, this is an opportunity. If you got to make the right read, do not force it. But if you know, quick shot, it's right there. You guys got to try to run and cross. Don't get away early.
Be a little patient, because I'm gonna bump. I'm gonna try to bump J Money, then go to the midi. So the Turnip has to like respect Scuddy.
I hear what you're saying.
Hey, that was a shot, Red.
Yeah. That's something. They didn't guard that well. They didn't guard that.
No, they guarded that terrible.
Should have been green. All right, that was a full bar. That was a great shot. Hey, listen. Let's fight here for 5 minutes. We're gonna score. It's gonna come.
Yeah, getting up 5 and it's the second quarter. This shit.
Yeah. Come on.
Happens. He's got to score the ball.
Well, it's 10 to 5. 76ers 2 of 7 from the field, and they got 6 turnovers. And they got to get that man, as you said, Dirt, off that cold ring.
So you can't force anything. You know offensively he's not going to make a shot unless it's a green. And this is what continues to happen. 7 turnovers now in the game. That is single-handedly what's losing them games. You go back to their previous loss, where and then it put them on the brink of elimination. Turnovers. This game, turnovers.
Here's Bear. Doctor said I should eat less turnovers too. And Bear will hit a triple. He's starting to get it going. He's got 7.
And I think maybe for Dini there too, he was getting ready to play the cut. I mean, reason being, Bear was dribbling a lot to where he's thinking, hey, he's burning a lot of stamina. He might not be able to make a jump shot.
ZDS gets into the paint. Nudini all alone. No. Again, Nudini. No. Still an 8-point game.
I just kind of feel like there's too much momentum. I mean, it's rare that you get back-to-back good releases on open jump shots and end up bricking them both. One of them usually ends up dropping in.
8 minutes have gone by. They've scored 5 points, and now they're getting every bounce their way. Another chance at it. Shot clock running down. They got to put it up. They will. And Steves with another big board. 3-on-1 break. They give it to Nudini, and he'll finish it off with a dunk. They need some easy ones.
See, Bear, I think was going right here. See him go for the blitzer on Radiant. I think he was going to try to wrap him up to stop the break, so then Radiant wouldn't be able to get off the cold ring from the assist, and now he's back to being neutral. I think Bear just got an ankle breaker there on Dini too, bringing the ball up.
6-point game. There's the switch. ZDS now. Can't stay in front, and Bear will finish.
They have to pick a way that they want to force him. They're often to go right. You're going to a sweet spot. Radiant in that previous game did an excellent job of bumping him, making sure that he couldn't get anything to go. A lot of contact layups.
And an 8-second violation. And now Feast is up and talking. 8 turnovers now. They're shooting 30% from the floor, and they get it right back. And then Nudini. Oh, my. Steve's visibly frustrated.
That's when it's out of your control. I mean, that's the most basic pass that you're ever going to make, and it drags Dini all the way out and gets him a turnover.
Take a moment to catch your breath. 15-7. This is not your typical game here in the league. Corner 3 off the mark. The pressure's getting to him. And there's a foul on JoJo. His first, team first.
We got to get a score here.
They're forcing all these turnovers without fouling.
Here's the thing, too. Sixers are 1 for 6 from behind the arc. 3 of 10 from the field overall in the game.
The T-Wolves are 1 of 8. I mean, it's rough right now. They got to get some easy ones. Steve's trying to cold shoulder and gets it to go. It's a veteran move by Steves. He knew they needed a bucket. He tells Jay Money, get off of me.
We got 5 turnovers just here in the second. I mean, it's been awful. Offensive rebounds, too. That's something that we have to know.
What a block. And he'll stay with the Timberwolves. 9 on the shot clock with 2:02 to go here in the first half. Sky Cole, Dirk the Caster with you here for the final game of the season. They've gone back and forth as these two juggernauts have slugged it out. And Steves can't get the rebound.
Hit off this guy, too. Oh, no, never mind.
Coach Jeff Terrell, he's, I don't know, about 60 feet away from me, but I hear him yelling, we got to fight.
If they can just get Radiant to the point where he's able to just move around and groove like you usually see, we haven't seen that.
He's got all 0 points, 1 assist, 4 turnovers, and he almost turned it over there. ZDS gets to the free throw line, good. 4-point game. Something tells me this game's going to get going at some point. Shake the nerves off, guys.
And it's been, again, how many times have they tried to find a way to get the ball to CDS in those catch and shoot situations? Many of the times.
JoJo, wide open 3, bang!
Plays it just a little bit too much. Brett thought he was in a passing lane. You're not able to get back there for a contest. JoJo is such a great shooter in those catch and shoot situations.
Another turnover. Turnover number 10 now. And Brett will commit the foul. 18 to 11. JoJo having an impact here in the second quarter. Bear working against JoJo. Houdini doing a nice job staying in front. Shot clock running down, and they'll turn it over. And smartly, he'll just call timeout. You got too many turnovers. You can't gamble once again. So let's listen into the team from Minnesota.
Yeah. I couldn't move. I seen Brig gonna get it late. I should have told you to pop, JoJo.
Hey, let's try to good D. Let's milk it down. Like I said, either 42 or G1.
Yeah, 42 over par.
Yep. Hey, keep at it. This is good. 5 and 6. Let's go. Let's not give them a basket here.
Legit cannot score. They can't do nothing. Let's score. Come on. Let's go, baby.
Okay. Stick with ZDS. Keep them tight.
I know. Yo, legit.
Keep doing what you're doing.
Yo, legit. It's pure ZDS off ball. That's legit all they have. That's it.
Chris, you're doing a great
They don't
job.
cut back door. They don't dot nobody. It's legit ZDS. That's the whole option.
No, you're doing.
Come on.
Let's go, Mihad. You got this.
Yo,
baby.
let's get one more stop. Let's get a bucket. Go into halftime up 9 or up 10. Come on. Let's go. You're right. Come on. Lock in. Come on. Lock in for me, bro.
44 seconds left here in the second quarter.
You think Feast wants this one bad? That's the most I've heard Feast talk when we do a listening.
He's fired up.
And against your former club, he said that's what makes this so special. That reason being.
What a move by Breadwinner, and gets the bucket.
But something to take away from that listening didn't even come from the T-Wolves. You can hear Jeff Terrell in the background yelling, and he is just saying Houdini is playing his butt off. Use a different word, I'm not going to say it. But he is saying
Phil says it.
He is playing the game of his life right now on the defensive end. I mean, he's holding Bears a 3 of 7 shooting.
And Feast with a dunk. 17 seconds left in the half.
T-Wolves have been going to backdoors, cuts, wing cuts, you name it. So much during this game.
Final shot of the half for the 76ers. In the most low-scoring game I've seen in a long time, and Radiant just turns it over again. Has he forgotten that turn-up defense is one of the best in the league? They turn it over 11 times.
The 76ers got to take some chances because you don't want to go down without a fight.
All right, well, we shall see if they can get there. Scott and Dirk, take us home.
All right, 12 minutes away. Appreciate it, gentlemen. Good work all season long. And there is Bear with a tough left hand. The lead is 9.
You got to think of how big it would have been if right there towards the end going into the second half, if Radiant would have taken that open 3.
There it is.
Hey, I just want to say I heard that rare Scott Cole compliment, and I appreciate that, man.
Thank you, Scott.
All right.
I know the season's
Both you
winding
guys
down,
are
so.
absolutely terrible.
Now that's the Scott.
Okay,
I know.
that's what
Get
we'll
us
go
home,
off on.
Scott. Thank you.
22-16. It's been a great season. I can't believe we're just down to the final few minutes of this one. You got the 2 best teams in the league that are pretty much slugging it out here. This is an ugly, ugly game, but there's a lot on the line. Bear. J-Money. And there's a quick play. I'm not sure that pass up ahead's even worth it with the way you've been turning it over. Radiant got some space, off balance, can't hit the shot.
See, those are shots Radiant shoots at all the time, but he shoots it from the elbow, and he only ever shoots at when Steez is in position to get the rebound. It's a cheesy way to score,
Yeah, he's
but
forcing it. Tough shot. Feast with another offensive rebound.
they got to be at like 7 or 8 offensive rebounds, no question.
Bear, shot clock running down, guarded by Nudini, gets it off to JoJo, huge 3, and he makes it.
I think when you have him boxed up in this situation, everyone just got to stay home because there's no way he was getting a blow by a Nudini right there.
Here's Radiant. The lead is now 9. He turns it over again. Turn up to J-Money. Long 2 off the mark. Here comes Steez. Gets it off to Radiant. They'll reset and we'll get a foul. Let's check in with Alex.
Scott, Jeff Terrell just now in the huddle looked at Radiant in the eyes and said, if you trust in yourself in the same way that we believe in you, then we're going to fight and we're going to come back and we're going to win this thing. He hit his first shot in the second half, so let's see if he can keep up with that too. Well,
Made his first, missed his last 2, including that block dunk right there. J-Money short on the mini. Up ahead to Radiant. He's on a cold ring. And he gives it to Steez, and Steez gets his shot blocked. Maybe the most defensive game we've seen all year long.
It's got to be right up there. I mean, the highest amount of points scored in a quarter was in the second by the T-Wolves, and that was just 12.
And they turn it over. That's a sloppy one. Radiant's got to get off these cold rings. It just makes it so tough to get anything going. Like you're fighting windmills. 3:19 to go in the third. We got a bit over 9 minutes left in the season. Do or die, win or go home. Radiant working against Feast. Off to Bread. Bread looking for somewhere to go. Goes to CDS. He just pulls the trigger, and they can't get the rebound. Up ahead to J-Money, and CDS will reach out with a foul.
You're going to see a frustration building up. I mean, really right from the tip. You just can't expect to even compete in a game when you're up there in 12 turnovers.
Well, JoJo's the difference right now. That's the only thing that's different between these two teams is the archetype at center. JoJo can shoot the 3, Steez can't. It's been the difference so far here in this final game. Bear, nowhere to go, but finds Feast on the baseline, and JoJo gets the rebound. Feast again, got it. Timeout 76ers.
You can see here, Feast gets it right back. Never twice. Knocks down the mid-range, and that's good enough to give them their first double-digit lead of the game. They're up by 11.
2:31 to go. You see the matchup comparison that we were talking about. JoJo can step back and hit it. Steez just working on the boards, but only 4 points.
Yeah, you talked about just the archetype how it differentiates, and it's those 2 threes made by JoJo, and they have been big shots. That's 6 of his 10 from his sweet spot at the top of the arc. Losing in rebounding count, but it doesn't matter, because when you're looking at significant rebounds, JoJo and Feast are all offensive horses.
There you see Steez on the left, JoJo on the right. JoJo was an intern for Pacers Gaming last year. He wasn't even in the league. And now he is just 8 minutes, 31 seconds away from being a champion. Deficit is 11. And Radiant still on a cold ring. Thought about the 3. Gets it to Nudini. He pump fakes. They are smothering the 76ers. Radiant. It turns it over again. Turnover number 13 in this series. Radiant's got to be averaging 8-9 turnovers a game.
I think it's just for going for one side where he feels comfortable and then back to this. He's just overthinking so much. These are passes that Radiant hasn't been making anytime they've ended up winning games.
Bear now. Under 2 minutes to go in the third. He gets a full head of steam into the paint and scores. (29-16). Steez now. All the way to the rack, and he'll scoop and score.
You remember listening, I mean, they kept on preaching. It's like the only thing that they have going for them offensively is just off ball for ZDS. We shut that down. We shut down the entire offense. They're not able to get anything going. I mean, in a game like you're seeing from Radiant, mirror of how game 3 went, where ZDS had to go off and get off more than 15 attempts. He's only had 4, and that's just because of how suffocating the defense has been on him.
Bear. Jay Money's got to shoot that from the logo. It's a shot clock violation. 1:06 to go.
But here's the thing. Even if Radiant is 1 for 6 right now at this point in the game, we always talk about some of these point guards. If they are having a terrible game, they come out in the fourth quarter, hit 2 threes in a close game like this, you're fine.
Steez again. Had an open look for a moment. ZDS smothered by Turnup, and they take it away again. Feast against his old team. A slamma-jamma.
He wants this bad.
6 points now for Feast. Radiant down by 13. Will take the mid-range jumper. It's good. Back to 11.
Feast has 6 points in the game, 4 rebounds, all offensive, 7 steals and 2 blocks.
It's a Nate Call kind of performance here in the final. Still think Bear the Beast is the MVP if they happen to pull this out. Steez, guarded by Feast. He's got his takeover badge. Gets it off to Radiant. They're trying to hold it for close to the final shot. They can't take it all the way down. Turnup getting bumpy. Radiant with a look. Back to ZDS on a cold ring, and he hits a 3. Back to an 8-point game. Single digits, 5 seconds to go. They get it into Bear. Bear behind the back. Left Nudini, tough layup, won't go. And welcome back to the start of the fourth quarter here in New York City. It was Championships Saturday. Now it's Championship Sunday. Well past midnight here in New York. 6 minutes to go. Scott Cole, Dirk along with you. Could you ask for anything more?
Literally nothing. I mean, this is picture perfect. I believe that we actually tipped off.
Right at midnight.
Right at midnight. It was when we ended up tipping it off too. So yeah, right it on the Sunday. We had a little bit of a delay, but now we've bounced back and we've been getting some good basketball from these guys.
Radiant needs a huge fourth quarter. Either him or ZDS has got to carry them back into it. Here's Bear. Someone's got to step in front, and they get him an easy one. That's the one thing you can't afford to do.
You see, he's like he's hesitated a little bit. He's like, do I want to run to him? Is Nudini going to try to get back to him? and then that's when he just given that clear lane.
Steez wanted to drop down, but knew he couldn't give up the three. Radiant now. Got to have more in the pick and roll here in the fourth. Here's ZDS on a wrap. That is a deep three. Steez keeps it alive. Now he's got to get out of the paint. 5 minutes to go. They are 5 minutes away from the championship here in Minnesota. And J Money, he's got 4.
There's something brewing in the air right now. It's not the fog machine. See some glimmers coming off that trophy. I think you're getting a look at what the future champion's going to look like.
35-23. They cut it down to 8, but have yet to score here in the fourth quarter. 2 bad shots and a couple bad defensive possessions for the 76ers to start the quarter. Bear. It's his MVP if they win. He's been the difference. And it'll go out of bounds. 4:13 to go now. These fans can feel it for the T-Wolves. They have been here all day. Some of them at 10 a.m. this morning. 5 hours before the first tip. And one! Bear is a beast! Heads to the line with a chance for the old-fashioned three-point play, and he'll get it. The lead is now 15. 7-0 run. Steez over to Radiant. Turnover. Turn up for what? 40-23. Timeout 76ers. A 9-0 run, Dirk.
I'm just embracing this crowd. They have been wild all day long. I mean, right now, you're on a 9-0 run. You're sitting pretty with a 17-point lead to overcome a deficit like this in the fourth. I mean, they're out there talking, they're feeling good. They're feeling good for a reason. You brought it up so much this year for Turnup to be in this position, losing the 250K My Team tournament, making it to the finals. And you have to remember in season 1, he was a 6-man. He didn't get a chance to play all that much. He comes in and plays one of the most pivotal roles that you have in the 2K League as a lock, and he's doing it right there with the best of them.
The deficit is 17 for Philly. 3:54 until we crown a champion. Can the Timberwolves do it in their first season? They started the year 1-for-3. They were 3-6. They made a trade for J Money. They won 11 in a row before tonight. Can they hold on? And another turnover. Feast. And you said it, boy, as he wanted this one bad against his former team. There's no bad blood. I don't think Feast has a mean bone in his body, but he wanted this championship.
I remember seeing him in the hallways just last week. He said, I want the Sixers.
Well, he got him. The winningest team in the history of the league is about to go down.
Where have we seen this before?
Turn up for what? 3 points!
Did you just have deja vu? Because I did, but it was flip-flopped. To the right corner, not the left.
It was in the other corner that Turnup hit a 3 that put him into the playoffs. 20-point lead. Steez in the paint. Couple pump fakes. And they finally stopped the run. 12-0 run halted by that bucket. They had cut it to 8, Dirk. They were right there, and the Timberwolves said, ain't nobody got time for that.
Similar how it was in the game that they ended up losing to get into that elimination phase. I think the deficit was 15. They cut it down to about 8. and then he just allowed it to spring right back up.
We got a foul on Breadwinner. That'll be his third, team fourth. No one picked this team after the draft to be here. 76ers, that would have been a fine pick for a preseason champ. But this team has been a team of destiny. 45-25 now. Coach V in the chat says, I did. I thought this team could make it. And JoJo will get called for the foul. 2:18 to go now.
I mean, you got to respect the show that these guys put on for us. What we had to go through today to even get here. Clocking in some extra hours onto our shift.
Bread from the baseline. No good. And we got another foul. That'll put him in the bonus dirt.
You can see, I mean, they're standing up, they're interacting with the crowd. They love it. They've been feeding off them all night. So one of the benefits when you get a guy who's from around this neighborhood, you can bring him out here, time in, time out. You got Nate Cole, Knicks Gaming, dapping up there. Island Gang teammates in the offseason with their Pro-Am team. So you actually have two champions coming off that roster. Nate's been sitting there flashing the ring at him saying, you're next.
Under 2 minutes to go now. Radiant. Off to Steves. ZDS off balance. Little bit too late. He's got 10 points in the game. He's played decently here in the series. But you're counting on your MVP of the tip-off of the team. Radiant did not show up here tonight. And that's been the difference. Bear the Beast came to play from the beginning.
And we're saying at the beginning, Nudini was doing such a good job. And then all of a sudden you blink and Bear's got 22.
Under 90 seconds to go now. Well, partner, it's been a good year. Certainly been a pleasure to share the commentary booth with you again as they head to the line and shoot free throws one more time.
And it's been a phenomenal year. Finally going on the road, getting to go out to Vegas, to Orlando, switching it up, being able to take in just the entire rookie class. And we knew how great this class was going to end up being. And you're seeing right there, this is a man who people thought maybe should be Rookie of the Year. People were saying, hey, he should be in the MVP conversation. You will 100% take a finals MVP over any regular season award because you showed the determination to lead your team on the big stage to dominant wins. And you can see, you got some rookies getting rings here.
Absolutely. Smiles all around. Just a minute to go now. These T-Wolf fans, they played a factor. Make no bones about it. I want to thank the fans out there, not only the T-Wolf fans, 76er fans, all the NBA 2K League fans around the league have supported us since day one. This entire season, it's been a successful season 2 without a doubt. I want to thank our sponsors. I want to thank everyone putting in hard work. Our whole production crew here in New York City, Vegas, Orlando. And we're just 30 seconds away now from crowning the champion. 52-32. Make sure you stay afterwards for the trophy presentation. Find out who the MVP is going to be. We think it's going to be Bear the Beast. And what a season it has been. Philly's going to dribble it out. They can't take the entire time away. They got to put up a shot. Nudini will from the corner. It's good. Final 8 seconds to this one. And Bear, it's fitting that he has the ball last. 52-35. The expansion T-Wolves are